We're never going back. Polish pensioners' lucky escape as drones hits house. A Polish couple had a miraculous escape when a drone crashed into their house, just as they were watching a TV report about the wave of Russian drones violating Poland's airspace. That is so wild to watch a report on drones and then one hits your house. They could have died very easily, by the way. Tomasz Wesołowski was downstairs catching up with the news when the drone struck his home in Wyryki Wola, a village in the eastern Lubelskie region near the border with Belarus and Ukraine. I turned on the TV and all the news was about this massive drone flight. And after a while, I heard a plane flying over and suddenly something boomed. The light fell from the ceiling in the downstairs living room, he said. The strike described by Wesołowski and his wife Alicja as a single powerful blast shook the house to its core, devastating the roof and destroying their bedroom. I went downstairs to check my blood pressure and noticed that there were loud airplanes flying over. A shocked Alicja told Polish news channel TVN24. My husband said they must be flying because we're close to the border. And then there was a bang, a huge one. Tomasz said the blast made a large hole in the ceiling above the bedroom. The room where we slept was destroyed. Things from the attic were scattered around the area. I can't see us living there again. That is... Ukrainian people are braver than that. Ukrainian people are just, oh, a drone struck. I guess we're going back. I guess we're gonna come back. Across Poland, people woke up to news of drones and debris falling to the ground after Polish and NATO military jets shot down a number of drones. During the overnight airspace incursion, other drones appear to have fallen to Earth after running out of fuel. I have a big commentary on this and I want to make a real strong point. Yeah, they are weak-willed Polish people. You're right. The authorities have laid the blame on Russia. But officials in Moscow, oh yeah, because who cares about the officials in Moscow, have denied responsibility as always. World leaders sent messages of solidarity and support to Poland in light of the unprecedented incident, which risks escalating the ongoing face-off between NATO and Russia over the war in Ukraine. For the likes of Alicja and Tomasz, however, the impact is closer to home, a home they may never see again. Right now, we're not allowed to enter the property, so we're waiting on the street, Alicja told reporters. We can spend the night near the school. There's a hotel there. At the moment, we don't see any chance of returning there, of leaving there again. The damage is simply enormous. Oh, so it's not like they don't want to return. It's like they feel that they won't be able to rebuild. Maybe they feel like they won't be able to afford it. I feel like the government should assist in a time like this with rebuilding. Polish investigators responding to the overnight incursion first spotted drone fragments in a string of villages in eastern Poland and later in more central areas. 13 sites have been identified in total. In Wołyń, some 50 kilometers away from Wesołowski's home, a farmer was left deeply shocked after a drone crashed into a field close to his house. Roman Trochimiak told TVP World, "It was a terrible experience. It feels like the war started for me today, even though it's supposedly not here yet. It fell just 200 meters away. Heaven knows what could have happened to all my life's work, and all my family's work." So, there's been a growing anti-Ukrainian sentiment in Poland. We cannot avoid this topic. There's been a lot of extremist people. There's been people saying that Ukrainian people are not grateful, that Ukrainian people just come here to leech, which is completely not true. And that there's been a growing sense of indifference. And I feel like maybe this sort of incident, when people experience what Ukrainian people experience on the daily, might make people realize just what sort of experience it is to be attacked by Russia daily. Every single day, drones, missiles, and other sort of things. It's maybe this will invoke some level of solidarity with the Ukrainian people. That is one of my hopes, that this will come out of this incident, because these are 19 drones and only a couple of places were hit. And, I feel like maybe this will, is as weird as that sounds, give Polish people a little bit of a practical understanding of what, and a reminder of what the Ruski Mir, the Russian world, entails. What comes with when you have the Russians nearby. I mean, Poland's stance on Ukraine is not really negative. For the most part, the Polish government has a positive stance on Ukraine. If anything, it's the Polish president right now that has a pretty negative stance on Ukraine, considering the recent veto on a pro-Ukrainian bill. Are you advocating for the Polish people being bombed in order for them to understand what Ukrainians go through? No, that's not what I'm saying. I am, however, saying that since it happened, it might as well be a teachable moment, because that is what Ukrainian people go through every single day. It's a little bit of a wake-up call, I think, because Polish people don't really seem to realize that Ukraine is what stands between Russia and Poland. There seems to be this growing sentiment of, oh, it's happening over there, it doesn't affect us, it has nothing to do with us. Well, it seems like it has to do with Poland a little bit more than people thought, considering this. That's what I'm saying. Poland is not just divorced from everything that is happening in the region, and Polish people are not. All right, there we go.